Get through the morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova.
Oh, Hazy, this is where we revisit all the highs and the lows from the year. And do you know what someone said to me the other day, and I'm not joking? He goes, I had to listen to your show the other day. It's really good now.
Oh, jeez.
And he meant it as a compliment, but I'm like, what do you mean now?
There's a slight improvement across the year.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Minimal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what someone said to me the other day?
What?
As well, whisk my ear.
Yeah.
Same goes, big nose. I'll never know what that meant.
What do you mean? Same
Anyway.
goes with noise. I love that.
Anyway, I thought we were just exchanging little sayings that's been exchanged to us, but that's all good.
No.
That's a compliment, though, isn't it?
No, that was an absolute sandwich from that bloke.
Yeah, right, okay.
The compliment buried inside a couple of really nasty burger buns.
Speaking of sandwiches, enjoy.
Now, Hazy, correct me if I'm wrong here, but Thursday night we went to Gluttony. We had a lovely time, didn't we?
It was, for the most part, it was pretty good.
That's the most high-pitched I've ever heard you.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Do you know what? We're open and honest in this particular team, and if there's any cracks, we need to address them immediately and just put some of that putty stuff in that makes the cracks not there anymore.
Okay, I'm sensing you've got something you want to get off your big fat chest.
Yeah, we established some rules nice and early just about the should and should not do's, just to keep this relationship nice and strong and on the straight and narrow. Mm-hmm. And one of them is stealing my food. So what's happened a couple of times is I'll order something, and sometimes I've bought you breakfast and still you'll be like, oh, just have a little sneak peek of that, or just want to have a little taste of your breakfast there. What's that? And you'll nestle your whole head in there as well. You put your whole head on my plate. I'm just going to have a little taste of that. What's the taste like? Yum, 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 yum. And I say every time, gosh, that annoys me. You have no idea how much it annoys me. So on Thursday night at Gluttony, you've taken it to a whole new level. We've both ordered a meal at the same time.
Yep.
And my meal comes out probably, 20 seconds before yours does.
Yeah.
And it was one of those, what are they called? The bao buns?
Oh, yeah, Bayo buns.
Bayo buns.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at going, I'm just tucking this new, I'm just going to have a little taste of that before mine comes in. And reached over and had a bite of my bun as they were handing you your meal. To which I looked at producer Sean and I said, Sean, I'm at breaking point here. And then Sean, and then you toddled off and started probably taking the food of strangers. Sean said, well, look, you're not alone.
She did the same to me.
Oh, okay. So
But she actually deconstructed mine, take the chicken out, and just had a gross bow.
No, because I realised that your chicken was deep fried, and I don't like that. I like grilled chicken, so that was
sorry.
was the issue there.
Next time.
Is it a Jody thing or is it a lady thing? Camera guy Josh is in here as well. Your lovely partner, and gosh, she's beautiful. She's so wholesome, Marissa. But does she do this?
She does, and I don't get it because she's actually half my size. So why does she need my food?
I just want a little taste of it.
Yeah.
No, because it just gets to a point where you're like, oh, that looks good, and I'm hungry.
I'm so hungry. I'm just going to have a little taste of it, see what that one tastes like, and nestle my whole head into your food. Great. Do you know what? We've had enough, haven't we, boys?
We've had enough.
We have absolutely
Oh.
had enough, and we are taking a stand right now.
What are you doing?
That's it.
What are you going to do?
Camera guy Josh, what do we want?
The opportunity to eat our meals in peace and without interruptions in the full meal in its entirety.
When do we want it?
Now!
Pending on the approval of our partners. Yes!
Yes! Boys!
Jodes, what have I always said when it comes to New Year's resolutions?
Stop drinking?
Make them fun and realistic.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
right, sorry.
How about this? Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Tate and Wade, two boys from South Australia whose New Year's resolution for 2023 was to have a beer at every single pub. Well done, boys, and good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Yeah, we're so
well.
good. I know your name's Tate and Wade, but for the purposes of this interview, you'll be Tato and Wado, okay?
Yep, that's all we get called, so that's fine.
That's good. Okay, what are we up to? 173 out of how many?
Well, we've been told 687 pubs. So, yeah, we're at 173 now, and we're going strong.
Wow.
That's good. So what's the deal? It's one beer, or can it sometimes turn into a little bit of a proper catch-up session?
Yeah, absolutely. That quite often is the case, but generally, obviously Wade and I work together, so wherever we work, we just try and stop in at a pub, wherever like close by, and sort of tick it off and get to know the publicans and whatnot. So
Yeah, okay. And what do you boys do?
we're landscapers.
Yeah, right. Okay, so does that take you to all parts of the state? So are we trying to, like, get to every single corner?
Yeah, absolutely. So we work all over South Australia, but generally, like we'll be either working in town or something like that, so we'll pop into a local pub. Then when it comes to, you know, a weekend, what we do is we pick out a name of the hat, or we write a list of pubs. We'll pick out a name out of the hat, and it could be, you know, Wallaroo, or it could be Moonta, it could be, you know, Mount Compass, it could be absolutely anywhere. So, and that's where we've got to go, whatever one we pull out.
Love this.
Yeah.
Absolutely love this. So was this born after a few beers and when you talk about New Year's resolutions? Because stock standard one is, let's get fitter, let's do this, let's do that. I love that you've taken it in a different direction. It's one that we can all subscribe to.
Yeah, absolutely. So we actually were on KI, so that's the furthest south you can possibly go. And we were actually having a beer, and we sort of put two and two together. And but the biggest thing what we eventually want to do is actually create it as a bit of a fundraiser for, you know, to do more so things for, you know, fundraisers for, I guess, kids that are struggling with needs and doing stuff like that. So eventually that's what we'd like to get into.
Yeah.
So to be able to go to pubs and have events, to be able to raise money. So yeah, like I said, kids with cancer or the homeless and stuff like that. So we're just trying to sort of figure out how we're going to get there, but that's the goal.
That's a great idea, guys. So Tato and Wado, do you have missos, is my question.
I do not. No, I'm happily single. So Wade is engaged, actually. So
Yeah.
Right.
So we've, and to be honest, she's the driver.
yeah. So it works out perfect for both of us.
What a beautiful combination. Boys, love this.
To be honest, you know, like I said, it's 687 pubs. Let's see how long she sticks around for.
Yeah. Nice little early test of the relationship.
Very quickly before we let you go, do you have a favourite so far? Favourite pub?
Yeah, we'd have to say there's been a few actually, but the Overland is really nice up in just out of Renmark
Yep.
sort of way.
Yep.
Then there's quite a few up through Flinders Ranges also that we love. So,
And then we do love our local as well, which is the Commercial in Strathalbyn.
Yep.
But yeah, every single pub has its own feature to it, so we absolutely love it. It's great to see everything in South Australia, which is, yeah, great.
Boys, love this. The Instagram is Pint at Every Pub, so everyone out there, make sure you follow the boys and watch their progress. Thanks for chatting with us, boys, and good stuff.
no worries.
guys.
If you're hungry, I mean, go to Beefy Birria's in Grange for some Mexican food.
Excuse me very much. What did you tell me to go and do?
And
Go
Adelaide-
and get a beefy birria?
Yeah, sure. An Adelaide Mexican restaurant has divided social media users with a controversial new advertising campaign. The restaurant owner has a bit of a message for the haters. He basically says, screw you. So Beefy Birria's decided to feature local OnlyFans creator Millionaire, there's a Y where an I should be, and adult entertainer Sanchez Rodriguez in its latest advertising campaign. Who's hungry? Who's hungry? Who's hungry is the message. Now, if you see some of these photos as well, Joe, and I'm going to pass you some of these photos.
All right.
And I'm going to get you to describe exactly what Millionaire and Sanchez Rodriguez are doing. Are you hungry? Are you aroused? Are you hungry and aroused?
I mean, I love tacos. Don't get me wrong. I love a taco any more than the next person. That doesn't make me want to eat one. Andrew Hayes.
So what exactly is going on? Paint us a picture.
So there's a girl, and she's got very long blonde hair and those excessive eyelashes that seem to flutter like they're out of control, and they're probably heavier than her eyes, you know what I mean?
Well, she's very blessed to have such long eyelashes.
Isn't she?
Wow. Lucky genes, I guess.
And she's wearing a bikini, and she's got a lot of ink, including a massive tiger over her stomach. Anyway, who's her mate? What's his name?
That's Millionaire with a Y, where the I should be in the middle of Millionaire.
Millionaire's got a Mexican hat and one of those really big mustaches, and he's just gently kissing the tiger on her tummy. Isn't that cute?
Yeah, so what I will say there is in any situation, first things first, and I'm just going by the information I know from my wife.
Yeah.
If she's hungry, or any girl that I know is hungry, just stay out of the way.
Stay the bleep
This
out of
is
the way.
not a sexy situation.
No, and also, if you don't want hungry to turn into hangry, Then move.
Yeah, exactly right. And finally, I'll probably leave you with this. This particular photo that you were talking about where Millionaire is gently kissing her on the stomach. I don't care if you're a boy, you're a girl, or what age you are.
Yeah.
If I've got a tummy full of Mexican food, don't you go anywhere near that area.